Hello and welcome along. Today on South West Norway we are going to be cutting a load of grass for our cows and our sheep, and if we get the time we will windrow it up and collect it as well, but we will see how far we get through. So we're going to use the International 1055 for this. So in we get, and we're going to use the Pottinger mower. So any of our tractors will actually run this. I'm just wondering, we might need a weight, so we will just see how this does. If we do, we'll just run up to the other bit and collect it. So connect that up and touch the PTO. Fold it up. A little bit light heavy, but not woo. Fairly light heavy. I think we might just get a quick weight for this. We do have some up at the shop, so we'll just pop up here and grab one of those. Okay, here we are approaching the shop. We have one sitting, I think, yes, I left one over here. There's one. Right, that is pointing the other way. So we'll be using Fendt weights on this. Right, let's just line it up. See where we are. Now a little bit further forward. There we go. There we are. And that will even us up a little bit. Right. And now we will head down to the field. Okay, so we're just passing through the farmyard now. This is the last of the 5 fields that we own, and it's not a huge field. Just pop out of in-cab view. So it's this one here on the left. So we'll see how much we get out of this. So fold out our mower. So we'll just run round the headlands first. Oop, no, don't want to fold out. I don't really want a bigger mower than this to do this. Stick into the inside as much as we can. So we're going to go round it clockwise first, and then we will do an anti-clockwise round, and that will cover both sets of the headland and give us some space to turn round in. So there we go. So now we will turn round and go round the other way. Nope. Copy. easier to do this from in-cab view. Where we can follow the grass that we've already done. Oh, struggling up the hill a little bit. There we go. Right, so this should get all the headland fairly quickly. And then we will switch back to going the other way. So that we're then not running over any grass. Just gonna go over that a bit. I think that's to do with how much it lifts off because of the mounds. Right, so I'll now go. Might try and take this a little slower actually, sort of about 13 or 12. See if we can right. Have to keep ducking the other side of this telegraph pole. Oh, there we are. Okay. So around we go. So this will get windrowed up. We have a single spin windrower. And the first load we will use to feed the sheep. So when we get the first load sorted, we'll head off and purchase some sheep and give that to them. The second load we will use to feed cows straight off the back, straight off. So we will probably try and get about 10 sheep and probably 5 cows, I think, to start with. The cows are fairly expensive, so 5 cows is going to cost us. I think it's going to be about 12,500. So yeah, the cows are pretty expensive. Right, we're going to go the other side of this time. Let's stick as close as we can. There we go. So yes, so we should have about 15 animals in all. There's no water mod on this map, so it's only the grass that's needed for the sheep, and straw and mixed rations and straw, mixed rations, grass and silage for the cows. So we'll see how far we can make this go. We're gonna have to. We'll have to create some hay at some point in order to do the mixed rations. But we'll start off with grass and silage and go from there. That will certainly keep them going to begin with. Okay, lift that up. I'm not doing too badly. Left quite a bit of a bit on the end there, never mind. I'm going to lift up this time, because that's too wide a turn. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I really like these little international tractors. They are fantastic little mods. A very classic tractor, sort of early 80s, and the mod is brilliant. I would, as I've said, I think I've said in an early episode on this. Yes, I think I said in episode 2. I would really love a classic David Brown from the same sort of era. So sort of a 77. 77 to sort of 82-ish David Brown. I think it was a 895, something like that, or a 795. Really classic tractor, and ones that I grew up. First tractors I remember were were those David Browns. Before they got taken over by International, and before it all became Case. So yeah, I would love a mod of those. And while I indulge in modding a little bit, my modelling skills aren't up to scratch to create one of those, which is a pity. Otherwise, yeah, I'd do it myself. No, not many rows left to go. And once we've done this, we may have enough time to get the windrow out. That would be grand. We'll see how we go. Certainly we seem to be doing this in quite good time. Okay, so we're on the last couple of strips now. And once we've finished that off, we will run off and get our windrower. And just run around the field quickly with that. I've got to the point now where I'm lifting the mower and doing end to end, because it's quite a... There's no point in doing the bit along the side. And we're only a couple of strips away from finishing this, so that will all be done. Lay the mower down just to come back and finish this last little bit off. There we go. Right, so turn that off, pick it up, and we can go and drop this off now. and pick up the windrower. Whoa! Now that's interesting. That seems to be moving on its own. I think we may sell it simply because we don't need it, and it seems to have a movement problem. So I think that will be going at the end of this episode. So just unhook. There we go. And go and get our... I just hope it... Yeah, that is bouncing quite badly. So I think we may have trouble getting past that. Right, we got past it. Not the most elegant of things, and that's why I've removed that. But yeah. So we will get this, head back to the field here. And we will sell that. Right, so we will now fold this out. Turn it on. And down we go. And this should be fairly quick. Don't want to miss any of it is the only thing. Go at 15, that should allow us to catch everything. So the pack that I got this from, this is the Pottinger one, but the pack I got this from has a ton of single spin windrowers or single rake windrowers in it. Fantastic little pack. I think it's most of them are recolors from a Kuhn. I think it's Kuhn. One that was released on the Farming Simulator website. This is actually going to rake it into one big group if I keep going round on this way. That's quite good. That allows us to pick it up really, really, really quickly. I don't know how realistic that is though, so we may have to start going around the field the other way around, I think. Just so that we're weighing up correctly. Right, there we go. So now we should be creating distinct rows. Okay, so I've done the headlands and tried to group it up as much as possible. On the rows, I am about 2-3 rows from the end. So going quite well at the moment. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 more rows and we'll be done on this. Which leaves us next episode to be using the forage wagon on here. Oop, don't want to hit the tree. And we should be able to collect up everything fairly quickly now that we've windrowed it. Only about 3 more rows to go, I think. And that will mean that we can then start feeding. As I said earlier, we'll be able to start feeding our sheep and our cows. And then after that, we may have to look at our first harvest. Because we won't have much more to do. We could go and cut another grass field, but we don't actually own any, I don't know. I don't think. We might just in there, just to the side of the barn in front of us, have some grass. And I know we can go and cut grass fields from farms we don't own yet, but I prefer not to do that if I can avoid it. So that's either a next day job, or that is going to be something that that we have to buy another farm to do. So we'll see how we go. We are coming to the end of this though. So just one more row to do really, and then that will be that all cleared up. There we go. Right, we'll go and get this final row in the middle here, just to collect this up. There's not much in it, and it's pretty much 1 width's worth, but it'll make it easier for the forage harvester. There we go. So that's that all done. And turn that off and fold it up. And I will get rid of the cultivator because we don't need it. And I would guess it's probably jumped its way halfway across the yard by now. Let's see, can we get past it? It would appear to have stopped jumping. We will just nip through the trees here. Yeah, there we go. That's jumping again. Right, and park this up. Throw it down, and out we jump. Disconnect that, disconnect that. Whoops. Right. And park up our tractor again. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like, share and comment. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.